The first step of my domino or tower cube method is to solve my white cross on my down layer. And I'm going to do that by turning down the simple moves with R2. I'll line up one of my edge pieces, it doesn't matter which one, in this case green. Hopefully some more will have lined up. I've got 3 that have lined up. So I'll just need to replace out one, and that's going to be this one over here. So I'll turn it across to my right hand side face, turn my piece from up the top, which is the red piece, 2 turns down into what will be its correct position, and then replace it back, and you'll notice that that's gone into position. And you can do that for all of the pieces. So now my white cross is completely solved on the bottom part. The next thing that I'm going to do is to put all of my D layer corners into position. I'll notice a corner on the top that's got white on it. If I don't have one, I can put one up there by just performing the same algorithm that I'm going to show you. But my algorithm for placing that corner piece down here, and it just so happens that it's lined up in its correct place there as well, my algorithm for putting that down is R2 U, R2 U minus, R2. I'll line up the next one into this position, and it's got red and blue, so I'll rotate my bottom layer until I find the gap between the red and blue edge pieces and put that into there. There it is. I'll look for another one. In this case it's red and green, so I'll turn my red and green gap in between my red and green edge pieces into position down here and place that. And now my first 2 layers are completed actually, but my bottom layer of my domino or tower cube is solved. The next thing that I'm going to do is to look for pairs in the top, and here I've got one pair. If I didn't have any pairs at all, pairs of corner piece stickers that is, if I didn't have any pairs at all, I would be able to create one just by performing the next algorithm that I'm going to show you randomly. In this case I have a pair, so I'm going to turn the pair to my left hand side. The pair means that these 2 pieces are in their correct position next to each other, and if these pieces aren't lined up with that pair, that means that these pieces must need switching, and this algorithm switches 2 pieces, 2 corner pieces on my right hand side. This is the algorithm. Which is just my corner switching algorithm. Then I'll turn my top and bottom layers towards the back and perform the algorithm backwards. Replace my D layer, and you'll notice that that has switched those pieces and placed them into position. If I then line up my corner pieces with their respective places, you can see that I've only got to switch a couple of pieces around. My towered cube method for switching pieces, I'm going to start by switching opposite pieces if I can, otherwise I will move on to switching to adjacent pieces, just simply because the opposite piece switch algorithm is shorter than the adjacent piece switch algorithm. I'll move my opposite pieces that need switching to my green face in case I had any edges that needed flipping here, and I'll perform my opposite piece switch algorithm, which is and you'll notice that the orange piece has gone into place. The next algorithm that I'm going to show you to finish this off is my adjacent edge piece algorithm, where these two pieces need swapping. And I'm going to perform it again on the green face, so that in this situation where two pieces are switched there, those two pieces will switch with each other. The last thing that I'll need to do after those two pieces have been switched, and those two, I will return that U face to its correct position, and my cube's been solved.